Hello, I'm Ramona Werst, and from my Real Texas kitchen, I will be preparing a super big treat for you. Now, the reason I'm stressing big is, you know how us Texans always say, everything is bigger in Texas. Well, sorry, this time we're wrong. This is what we call an African tiger shrimp. Do you see how big this shrimp is? This is the size of a lobster. He is, he's just gorgeous. Well, I'm going to actually grill him, and we're going to make a real Texas cha-cha sauce to dip him in, and you're going to love this recipe. I want to tell you about where we purchased this beautiful African tiger shrimp. We visited Groomer Seafood in San Antonio and talk to our friend. If you ever go there, talk to our friend Blake and just tell him that you read all about him on the Real Texas blog. These African tiger shrimp are flown in fresh, and they will also deliver them right to your doorstep. Just give Blake a call and tell him I said to call him, and he'll fix you right up with them. What we're going to do is go ahead and clean these shrimp. We're going to chop their heads off. I'm going to actually put their heads in a Ziploc bag and freeze them and save them to make shrimp stock at a later date for another recipe. We're going to peel the shell, devein them, and then put them on wooden skewers. Now, I'm soaking these in water because when you put them on the grill, when they're dry, they're going to burn. But if you soak them in water for about a half hour, that'll keep them moist and they won't burn on your grill. Our first step is to marinate our tiger shrimp. So to prepare your marinade, you're going to use margarita mix. I used 1 cup margarita mix and 1 shot real tequila. Now I'm using Jose Cuervo Gold, mainly because I love the song, and it makes one heck of a good margarita. So if all else fails, you can just blend this up and have a margarita. I'm adding my fresh minced garlic, my fresh minced shallot, and my fresh minced ginger. I have blended my marinade, and I've taken 1/2 of the marinade and I've melted my butter. Pour my butter in there and mix it up. We're going to set this aside. This is our basting sauce, so when I put them on the grill, I'm going to be basting my beautiful shrimp with this. This part of the marinade, we're going to put our shrimp in and let it marinate for 1 hour in the refrigerator. So I'll be back as soon as I get my shrimp cleaned, and we'll put them in the refrigerator. I have taken the shells off and deveined these beautiful African tiger shrimp. Look at the size of this shrimp. I think one is actually going to be a meal. What we're doing now is I'm taking my jalapeno slices and I'm putting them in where the vein was. And that makes a really good little convenient cavity here. Then I'm taking my prosciutto ham, and I'm using 2 pieces, and rolling the shrimp. Then I am folding my shrimp, and I'm using 2 skewers through it. Now the reason you use 2 is because when you're on the grill, if you just use 1, and you notice when you're trying to turn it over, it twirls. This way, when you use 2, it doesn't twirl. It lays flat. So now I'm going to put my shrimp in a glass cooking dish. And you want to make sure it's big enough to hold the skewers. And then I'm going to pour the marinade over my shrimp. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for 1 hour, let it chill and let it marinate, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to go and preheat and prepare the grill. Welcome to my back patio and my grill. I've had my grill preheating, and I have cleaned off my grates. Now I'm going to go ahead and spray just a little bit of oil on them because you don't want your shrimp to stick. I also have my basting marinade that I have melted my butter in. I've got that on the top shelf so it'll start melting. I'm going to just let that heat up just for a couple of seconds. And we've taken our shrimp out of the refrigerator. Don't they look just scrumptious? I am just so excited. I can't wait. We have an audience, and our audience is Rebecca, my duck. And there she is. She thinks that I've come out here to feed them. The grill is hot. What we're going to do is take our shrimp. Now remember, I told you it won't spin as long as you have it on the 2 skewers. And we're going to lay our shrimp. Now we're going to turn our heat down to probably about medium. So it's going to be turned down midway. We're going to go ahead and leave our shrimp grilling for about 3 minutes on this side. Turn it over and baste it and grill it for another 3 minutes. At that point, we'll continue every minute to turn it and baste it until our shrimp is totally cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll be back in 3 minutes when we turn them over and let you see what it looks like. It's been 3 minutes. Now you can either pick up your shrimp using the skewer, or you can actually grab your shrimp. But I'm going to go ahead and use the skewer. Now you'll notice that my skewers have gotten just a little bit dry, so they are burning. Okay, I've turned them over. Now you'll want to make sure that you use a hot pad because this is very hot. Remember, it's been sitting in here. And you just go ahead and pour some sauce over your shrimp. Now I left the tails on just because I thought it would just be so pretty. Go ahead and leave this on for 3 minutes and then we'll be back to turn them over again. As you can tell right here, your ham still has not completely cooked. So we're going to be watching for that to get really nice and grilled, almost to the point of being burnt, until our shrimp are cooked. Once they're cooked, I'll show you how we plate them. We have grilled our shrimp. Aren't they beautiful? I've put the shrimp on our plate with our real Texas cha-cha sauce. And there you have it. I'm Ramona Werst, and from my Real Texas kitchen, this is my Real Texas grilled African tiger shrimp with Real Texas cha-cha sauce.